Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and we are back playing Swordsoul yet again. Today we have 3 longer matches against some Phantom Beasts, against a Banishing Devourer of Millions deck, and against Tri-Brigade. And you can see how against these decks that we managed to set up a very strong board and just constantly throw them off, really messing with their plans. And you know, it's funny to see, it's chaotic, but that's just what we do here. I have played this deck already on the channel. If you want to watch that, check out the channel and check out the other video. But yeah, this is the deck. I'll click for everything just so you can have a quick little look at what every card is. But yeah, we do actually utilise a bit more of our extra deck in this video because of the situations we get put in. Like, we use Yang Zing to return a card to the hand because we wouldn't be able to destroy cards otherwise. We use Berserker of the Tenyi to negate some monsters. You know, we use Baron de Fleur as well to do some negates. Like, we've got options here, and it's really good to make the most out of them. I'd say the only option here, which really probably isn't necessary, is Dingo. So I'm still yet to play it in this deck, just because it's, like, very awkward to get out. It's only something you get out if you desperately need to. But yeah, this is the deck. Let's get on with the video. Okay, so we were against Ash Blossom Central, if you couldn't tell. They opened with Magician Souls, showing a, well, Magician deck. We'll see Hyper Blaze, which is an interesting thing to see. And then we realize it's not actually Magicians, because it's Phantom Beasts. Phantom Beasts? Yeah, they are Phantom Beasts, aren't they? Yes, they are. Anyway, so they're doing their combos to get out Heyman. Also have Cerulean Skyfire, and this here was an absolute ball ache to see, because it meant that, well, they could use Cerulean Strike for negates and stuff like that, and they've also got Heyman itself, which is a 4,000 beat stick. But I'm pretty sure this board of theirs gets even more painful to deal with. Yep, because they get Raviel out as well. And then they also get Fallen Paradise, which just casually allows them to draw 2 cards. Like, look at this board. This board here, I was thinking I would have to pull the Miracle of Hands, especially if these were hand traps. So I casually try and summon some units, use abilities where I can, but they've already triggered Raviel to get a little Phantasm token. Yeah, it's just thing we kind of really have to just get moving through right now. Especially as we can't actually target their units to destroy them, I believe. Yeah, we can't destroy them by card effects. But what we can do is we can return cards to hand with Brightness of the Yang Zing. So this card here basically saves us, as well as the fact that you can just send it to the graveyard and get a level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard back to the field. So we return 2 cards back to their hand, just so we're able to actually, you know, do something this turn. Draw into a brick, sadly. No, not 2 cards, it's just 1, isn't it? Yeah, we return that one so we can actually hit Heyman. Go through Harpy's Feather Duster to sweep the rest of them, and we also destroyed another Hyper Blaze. We go into Swordsoul Grandmaster Shishao and make sure to go into our big, awesome, badass Baron de Fleur, because it allows us to pop a card on their side of the field. We go for Heyman because we've seen how annoying it is with the strike that's currently in their hand. We go into Protoss, and now we have a perfect board to sweep from them because we destroy all dark monsters, and look at that. That's how we got past a ridiculously strong Phantom Beast board setup. Probably not the best explanations, but yeah. Majestic powers there. Right, now this next game went on a bit longer. They open up with Dimension Shifter, which basically means that anything that gets sent to the graveyard is banished instead for the next turn, which was really annoying because it meant I couldn't really do much. So I thought I'll get a bit of a board because then I could actually, you know, not get OTK'd next turn. But I knew I couldn't go over the top with things. So I just went into Draco Berserker for 10 Yi so we could negate effects. And I believe I also went into Baron de Fleur. Yeah, I wanted to set up a negate board basically. Because, you know, we can do some damage. Might as well do quite a bit and really put them in a scary situation. So they go for Gimmick Orochi, which we negate the ability of because we know it can start destroying things. It also gets banished, which is quite funny. But yeah, anyway, it looks like here they're just going to set up for next turn. And then we see what their deck's about. It's an Eater of Millions deck, which, yeah, really just devoured our entire board, which kind of sucked a little. But we managed to get through it. This was what was also annoying, the fact they had Macro Cosmos. But we managed to get this down before the chain goes off, even if it does get Ash Blossomed. So we had something in the graveyard at the very minimum. So we go into Fusion Destiny here because we know we don't really care about these cards. Because it allows us, I believe, to pop off the Cosmos. Just so we can actually start playing again. Because obviously if we didn't pop that, DPE would be banished. And because we sent this to the graveyard, obviously we get it back to hand. So a lot of things work out there. The thing you need to consider is that their hand that they had was surprisingly convenient. But yeah, we managed to kind of get rid of one Eater of Millions and then just use DPE to pick off the other. Sadly, we brick into a second Fusion Destiny that we only had for consistency. At this point, we're just trying to set up in such a way where we can do what we can. But sadly, we had nothing in our graves to kind of work with this. Yeah, they're on 200 life points here. They were relying on a god draw, especially with us having DPE back on the board once again. Well, we did until it got Kaiju'd, but then again, I think it still actually allows you to get it back. Either way, they ruined their Allure of Darkness, so we had a clear board just to hit them in the face. But yeah, that was, what was it, Eater of Millions deck? A very strange one, but it's interesting to see something that isn't your usual deck on the board, on the ladder. And finally, we were up against the monster that is Zodiac Tri-Brigade. We were going first at least, but obviously from here we couldn't really tell what they're going up against, but it is Zodiac Tri-Brigade. So we open up, trying to get into Moye. Fortunately, there's no immediate hand traps, which kind of saves us a little. Allowing us to go into Shishao, and then kind of really get the combo going off. We have a very good hand of select spells and traps here, as well as obviously having the correct number of monster cards for what we want to do. So we set up our board just in the way that we usually do, so it's a very strong board, even if it's not very aggressive. It's just something that kind of really restricts what they can do. Having Arcness Protoss down, blocking dark cards from being summoned from them, and having Blackout to get rid of 2 of their cards is just a really good combo here. So we've got a lot to kind of throw them off with. They instantly go into Regeki, but realistically that's going to destroy 1 card. Not the greatest of Regekis, but yeah. They go into their generic opening Tri-Brigade combo, but yeah, there's not really too much that we could do in this situation other than just wait for the right moment to start popping cards. It's quite a blessing to have 2 cards that pretty much can't be destroyed by card effects. And I believe this actually backfires for them, yeah, because they set off Supreme's ability and then them further banishing cards somewhat. It helps in a way. Oh no, they return it to deck. But yeah, no, like, them clearing up their graveyard means that this can get destroyed a lot easier. And me seeing Zodiac, I think now's the time to pop it, because, like, we just don't want it to completely spiral out of control. Not really too sure what this face down was, so we had to play it safe. We get back our main, that's it. It's Tri-Brigade Revolt, which I think is ridiculously strong just because it works with banished monsters as well as graveyard. And when we're all about sending things to their banished zone, yeah, it's not great. Especially as it returns them to the graveyard instead of banishing them, which I think it really should do. Like, the only thing I'd change about this card is make sure it actually banish the cards afterwards rather than just sending them to the graveyard, meaning they can now use them all again. Because that really isn't that fair. Because here we go again, we have to deal with them trying to do their combos. We do get off an Ash Blossom here, but like, there's still 3 more cards that have just returned to their graveyard because of Tri-Brigade Revolt that we now have to deal with. Probably should have banned... Oh no, I banned Dark there because of Ominous Omen. To stop them going to certain cards like that. We managed to get past a few of their cards. They go back into Nerval. And as you can see, they're trying to just banish and get more. But they can't get their main cards. And just the power of Shishang just banishing everything they summoned just completely threw them off. And it will end the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.